What's going on, Flannel Panel World? Welcome back. We got a great show today and a special guest. Jason, who's here with us?
This is my son Jared. He is a
Welcome.
newbie to the Dixon world. As a matter of fact, this was his present for coming to visit. It's his first Dixon.
Look
Wait,
at
please
that.
hold.
So-
If we come to visit you, we get free flannels. Like I was not aware.
Absolutely.
He's got a whole closet for them. Most
Everyone
of them are
gets
my
a Dixon.
size.
A Dixon for you, a Dixon for you, Dixon for everybody.
Be careful.
A Dixon for you. Anyways.
And for all the Dixon space.
Well,
That's right.
awesome.
That's right.
Well, welcome, Jared. It's good to finally see you. We've seen you in the chat a bunch, and you've been on hanging out with us, so it's good to actually see you. And Tommy D's in the house. We got a pretty big show today. Corey's got some stuff. Troy's got a big teaser. Sounds kind of, anyways.
Yeah.
And
Troy has an
Jason's-
enormous teaser. Like, don't
Speaking of
don't
big
sell yourself
space.
short. It's enormous.
And Jason's got some fun a fun topic to chat about. So what do we start with? How about what are we drinking? Are we drinking anything?
Sure am. I'm just drinking an old Forester store pick. This is one of the old 90 proofers. I've had this for a while and just recently decided to drink her. It's not too bad.
Dude, those 90 proofers are 100% underrated, as everybody went crazy for the super high proof ones. I always thought those 90 proofers were sweet and easy to drink, and those were like killer for the price.
Oh yeah.
Being summertime, I started trying to cut back my proof. But do they still do the 90 proofs, or are they all?
You don't cut back
100 now?
your proof.
You
Right
can
here?
Ever.
Nobody was picking the lower proof one because once you get that blue label foolproof number, everybody jumped on that bandwagon, which I get. Like, they're great, but heck yeah,
Right.
man.
Slimming down to Knob Creek 120 is not lightening your proof.
Nah.
I'm currently got double IPA. I've been on this double IPA kick. I don't know why, but the shout out to the 8 times up mug, the Yeti mug. Ty, wherever you are, we love you. But yeah, double IPA.
Radiant Haze IPA from Iowa.
We're
I'm
on the same
I'm
page.
not man enough for those. I really sensitive to bitter, but it's like, yeah, I couldn't even drink one on a dare.
Listen, MF, you drink
I'm telling you.
scotch on purpose.
Yes, I do, because it's not bitter grossness.
So
Beg to differ.
maybe I should save this
It's
for
a lot.
just the
It's
tip.
a lot of
but
things, but
Yeah.
bitter is not one of them.
Yeah, double IPAs aren't bitter.
Well,
Correct.
since we're on that subject, it's kind of funny. I was going to save for just the tips, but since we're on the subject of beer,
Are we starting with just the tips?
There goes the whole
Oh,
format.
yeah, I'm just throwing it all out the window.
It's Flush for Format Day. Hey,
hey,
Aaron
Aaron,
Barry's here with us.
Aaron.
my favorite fan. No, I lean to, if I'm sitting at a bar, I'll lean to like a hard cider, not a Reds, but like an actual hard cider. So I like those. Well, I never really knew about sour beers. So the
Oh,
other day I was
no.
at the store and I bought this
No,
just for the
no.
name, Tardy McFruit Face.
Okay. For the name.
Okay.
and so I bought it for the name and I love it. I went back and had two different 6-packs. It's pretty I didn't know this was a thing. It's like it has all the sourness of a hard cider. I don't have any of the hoppy bullshit from IPA stuff.
So here's a great story. So we went to a place in Austin, Texas called the Cidercade, which is an arcade and a hard cider bar. They make their own. And let me tell you, if that's a good news, bad news scenario. So it's full of video games, old school video games. You don't have to pay to play. They're just all free play. So your kids are having a heck of a time. The homemade hard cider are much higher alcohol content than you're expecting.
Yeah.
So the good news is we had a great time. The bad news is we had to Uber from the Cidercade back to the hotel, and then the next day I had to Uber back to the Cidercade to get the car home. So it was
It's
it was a
dangerous.
good day.
It was a double Uber.
Yeah. Oh, I've never tried one, but I would be up for that.
Yeah, slushy beers. with that. I can't do the sour. It's all that fruit weirdness, and maybe one day I'll grow up.
I like
and-
fruit weird. I like fruit weirdness in my bourbon too. So
Fair
If
enough.
you guys want a good beer, you ever have Miller Lite? They're delicious.
Yeah, I'm a fan of PBR, and I'm a big fan of Miller High Life. I'm not sure if you know, Troy, but it's the champagne of beers. It's very fancy.
Yes, yeah. Not to be
I only
confused
drink-
with a banquet beer.
Right.
I only drink mine with ping pong balls on the top. So
Floater.
garnished.
Garnished with a ping
Can't
pong
drink.
ball. I
Damn
love
it.
it.
Can't. Oh, now we can drink. Okay, can't drink. Can't drink.
We've got another Newman in the chat.
oh, it's my other boy.
Hello.
We're overrun.
Newton.
He's staying in Oklahoma.
Oh boy.
Jared took a new job. He moved all the way to Oklahoma so he could take a new startup job in Utah.
Yeah.
Which is great for me because
Seems
for
fine.
once, yeah. So he's doing what he loves, and I get to have uninterrupted Jared time for an entire week.
Yeah. So you moved
So-
to Oklahoma and then realized that you needed to be back in Utah.
Yeah, it was my compromise. Move out there and then take a job back here just so I have an excuse to come back. The nice thing is I get to leave the dogs and all that. It's like a vacation now.
There you go.
Lovely.
He's occupied the guest room, which is very comfy. Corey can attest how comfy the guest room is.
Yeah, it's very close to the bar. Just
Very
in case-
close to the
like
bar.
if you can't sleep conveniently, it's
It's in falling distance.
very close to
Exactly.
the bar. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's been good.
I'm a little worried at what for all the collection he's got back here. I went and got the glasses and he went and got the bottle, and I just see a bottle that looks like it's got a piece of duct tape on it. So I'm waiting to see what we got going here.
So we are celebrating, and that's why I it's only appropriate. And I was hoping that Ty would be here because I really wanted to do it upright. And so I wanted to give him some dusty turkey. So this bottle, if you can see the
Oh, you just be
decanter,
pissed that he's not there, man. Like that's just rubbing it in.
but the decanter that's looking like a parrot on Jared's shoulder over there on the left side,
Mhm.
this came out of that, and it's a
Oh.
1986 8-year 101 wild turkey.
Wow.
Yeah, and it, as you can see from the bottle, it was a clean,
Sweet
delicious
baby
decanter.
Jesus. What the heck?
So I figured,
Good Lord.
There's getting a unicorn trying to
guest.
jump out. Watch out.
Yeah.
yeah, first guests deserve a unicorn.
oh boy.
So
That's
what
a
we're
fancy
drinking.
pour.
Shoot it,
That's a
Jared.
hell of a bed and breakfast.
Shoot it. Shoot it. Shoot it. Clang.
Just crush it.
So anyway, so here's to you, Ty. Thank you and here's to Jared being on the show. And here's
Mhm.
to all of you for letting us be here.
What the?
Thanks for having me.
So unprepared.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm slow rolling. For
Smell it
So rolling
first.
for Corey.
Not because I'm scared.
Smell it first.
Yeah, don't just shoot it. Smell it first. That's it.
And then shoot
my,
it.
my dad taught me better. Always
Okay.
smell it first.
Speaking of slow rolls, that's a good segue. The funny thing about the Dixon that I bought him, it's called the Kush. And you know how all the tags come with stickers?
Yeah.
This one comes with a rolling papers dispenser
It's got rolling papers. It comes
on
with
the sticker. It's like you have a
Oh.
little container of rolling
Corey's
papers.
on the.
Kind of
Well, you know,
disappointed a
tobacco
little bit
and
in myself right
tobacco-related
now that I didn't buy that one.
It was pretty cool.
I
pretty
mean, I
funny
didn't
showing
need to.
him.
I was concerned that I would own one that was like, "Hey, please pull me over." So you know,
But-
Yeah,
trying to
cool.
maintain a little bit of illusion there.
You're gonna be
and
doing
this one
an
was
on-screen
this one's
purchase
the Friday
again, like
the 13th special.
Jason does.
Yeah,
So,
right.
so what do you think about
I didn't drink
whiskey that's in the bottle longer than you've been alive?
It was good. Yeah. My tongue is tingly.
That's a great tasting note. Yeah, we're
That means
good.
it's working.
That's good stuff. That's 8-year 101.
8-year 101,
Awesome.
bottled in 1986.
86. Wow. Beautiful.
Familiar with more Tommy D? That's like right south of OKC, but not yet Norman, Oklahoma. Right?
Mm.
Sounds
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
Like
I've
more
combined-
Oklahoma is like unfortunately it's always a sad number. Like that place is like tornado central, more Oklahoma. Like it's just
Yep.
Speaking of tornadoes, we had one.
In Canada?
Yeah,
Is
we
that
had
allowed?
one on the weekend. Just went. So my backyard, it didn't come by me too much, but the backyard had some pretty serious winds. Neighbor's fence went down, and the trampoline that we have kind of levitated about 3 feet off the ground for a
Yeah.
little bit. I was just like, oh, this could be interesting. And then it settled. But my wife's like, what do we do? Go get it. I'm like, I'm not going to be Mary Poppins holding the trampoline like 50
No.
feet in the air all the way. Like, this is not happening. It can go. Like,
Yeah, those trampolines are usually the first thing to go. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
We had
So-
one that started in the backyard, ended up in the front yard.
yeah.
Were you concerned that you needed to call me for correct tornado protocol, Ian? Like, I'm available for
It
stuff
was
like that.
it was a quick window. It just blew. It wasn't an actual tornado, I guess. There was 2 that touched down locally,
Wow.
or semi-locally, but it was an actual thunderstorm. I forget what the name is, but it's a special thunderstorm that rushed through, and it's like a rare one.
Wow.
So yeah, pretty crazy. Lots of damage, lots of trees down. We're not used to that, so some of the big old
Yes.
trees came down, and yeah, it was fun.
Hell yes, they do, Josh.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, they say sorry
turn
as
it
they're going
sorry,
around.
sorry. Excuse me, sorry.
Yeah.
They picked the cow up and then it let it down neatly 500 yards away.
Exactly. Yeah. Apparently, there was a trampoline that kind of went onto a main street, but it landed perfectly right in the middle of the street, like straight up and down. Like you could have just went and jumped on it afterwards. So, yeah, maybe that's a
Wow.
fact.
Oh, Andrew West, also Canadian. There you go. Derecho. Is that the name? Is that the kind of storm?
I don't know. Maybe. Is
Yeah.
that a storm?
I don't know. In Kansas, we
Sounds like
just
a
call
drink.
that Tuesday, bud.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah. I was like, Corey, you sending me
Yeah.
some vibes, or what's happening here?
yeah. I get in the truck and drive to work, like directly at it when it's
Yeah.
coming that way. It's like it's fine. I'll let you know when it's good.
Yeah, we were pretty good. We had no power for a little bit, but a bunch of power lines went out and all the poles came down in certain areas. So it's
Yeah.
been a bit of a mess up here. So yeah, but all is well.
All right. Well.
Took out a brewery though.
Whoa, hey now.
Yeah, that's not
just
fair. That's playing against the
rude.
rules. Yeah. So Second Wedge Brewery got hit pretty hard, but yeah. So that was the fun, exciting weekend we had.
Oh, wow.
I did notice something here. Tommy D says he was in the Air Force. Well, he was in the Air Force, and there was a big movie that came out yesterday. Did
That's
anybody-
Navy.
Well, it's planes.
True. Just throwing that out there, by
Yeah.
the way.
Well,
It's a Navy movie.
yeah, it's
Before
planes.
anybody gets super mad.
As soon as I saw Air Force, I was like, planes. Anyways, there was a big movie that came out. Did anybody go see it?
I have
Oh,
my tickets
yeah.
for tomorrow.
Do you?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the IMAX.
My
We have
wife
friends from the radio station that went, and they were like to the point where they were so excited this morning. I was like, "Don't talk to me."
Yeah.
But yeah, they were super, super, super stoked about how good it was.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Because like not only has it been 20 years or however long it's been, but then we've been waiting for it to come out for 2 years now, just from COVID.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be 2020, summer 2020.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the fireworks show, like we planned like a big Top Gun segment of the show here in Wamego with like Top
Oh,
Gun
yeah?
theme and like Danger Zone and all kinds of stuff, and like our
Awesome.
shirts for that year were like Top Gun stuff, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, by the way, so COVID canceled everything."
Oh,
Keep
Well, it's even longer than 20. Well, I think I was in high school when it came out. In the
well,
military?
Yeah,
When was it?
originally, fam, yes, the new one was supposed to come out in 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
The Maverick. Apparently, it's awesome. I've heard nothing but great reviews from
Yeah.
everybody. So we'll see. I'm stoked to see it, but it might be a little bit before I get to. So
That's right. I feel the need for speed.
once I get Patty out of quarantine, maybe that'll be our
oh
little
yeah,
excursion. We'll see.
Oh, how's that going?
For sure.
Going well, but yeah, she's been on lockdown for about a week now. She's kind of like Old Yeller. We've had her locked up for about a week just to see how she does, and
Listen,
a
that's
couple more days we'll let her loose.
dangerous
That's
area.
supposed
So Is she on quarantine, or have you used this as an excuse to quarantine yourself in the basement?
Well, it works both ways. She's on quarantine, but I'm also free reign to the basement. I could even come up the rest of the house if I wanted to, but I'm just so used to being down here. I don't.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, listen, I think I'll just stay by the bar just for safety's sake. I mean,
It's funny.
to be safe.
I was trying to do the cooking in my daughter's home. I was trying to do the cooking, and after about 3 meals, I don't know if Allie ratted me out or something, but Patty got word to my mom that I was, killing us with my menu. I think the one that broke was the last straw was I made Crunch Wrap Supremes on the Blackstone for dinner, and she didn't think that was a nutritious enough
How is
dinner.
that
So now
are you kidding?
my mom's been sending dinners over. The last 3 nights I've been getting homemade childhood favorites.
Please hold.
Crunch
You're
wrap,
making
homemade?
crunch wraps
I'm
out
all
on
in
the
for-
Blackstone in the back
yeah.
patio?
Yeah, I did.
I'm all in for that.
Like Monday, that was our dinner Monday.
We need some Instagram stories from that. I want to watch you make them.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, well, that was my first time trying them, but I still have all the ingredients. I've got lots of tortillas and stuff up there. But
Well,
yeah,
Troy's
they
gonna
turned
be
out
doing
pretty
a
well.
how-to. Yeah, perfect. Flannel panel streams on Instagram. Troy's gonna be cooking.
No,
Yeah, listen,
Yeah.
food videos are money on the ground.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm gonna go find you a flannel. I'm gonna find you a flannel chef's apron. You
Yeah.
can have it a whole
Oh, yeah.
storyline.
I watch about 3 of those Blackstone YouTube channels. So
We got flannel foodie, we got flannel panel. Like we are locked and loaded.
Perfect. Well, Jason, you had a topic you wanted to talk about.
Yeah. So with Jared being here, you got to reminiscing about. So he and I, without getting too mushy, we've had a pretty special relationship as far as he's been with me the whole time. We've really been close, and even when I've had some rough times, I actually stayed with him for a while during the second divorce. Long story, but so I moved in for a while, and it was great because we spent a lot of time. He was in his 20s, and so we got to spend a lot of time. And part of the time we used to spend is we used to do a thing called the 3 Bs, and it was bullets, bowling, and barbecue. Now the last B can be substituted with burgers or burritos, but the
Bourbon.
All right.
So we'd once a month or so we would do an event. We'd go to the shooting range, and then we'd go bowling, and then we'd top it off with something to eat. I mean,
so
we
it's
even
not all
have-
at the same time.
No, it's all it's yeah. No, we could. Oh, that would be
now
interesting.
that's even better,
The
actually.
advanced course.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
You throw the ball out, you shoot it, and then you have a bite of your
Not
burger.
everybody's getting their doctorate in the 3 Bs. Like, pace yourself.
Instead of skeet clays, you're using bowling balls. It's great. Yeah.
And our favorite place to shoot is there's a range over here that has a underground 150-meter range, and it's basically just a big concrete culvert with the targeting machine in it, and it's so much fun because it's an indoor range. You can actually get 150 meters out. Plus, it kind of sounds like Star Wars when you're shooting because you have all the reverb in the tube and stuff.
Nice.
And so, and of course, we're Newman, so everything is slightly competitive. So we always we'll shoot and have fun, but at the end we'll take off all the fancy scopes and stuff and have an open sight target
Oh, iron sight for the win is the last
iron sight shooting competition. And I will be happy to say this, that I'm in the winning category in that one. I've won more than I've
I'll allow
lost.
it. I'm too goddamn old for that shit now, Jason. I have like progressive lenses glasses. I can't
Oh,
hit shit with
I can't do it with glass. I know. I just kind of muscle memory now. But that being
Yeah.
said,
Muscle
so
memory. He's like, there's
I
a
take
target.
the win. That's kind of, yeah. So
He uses the Force.
Yeah, it is Star Wars.
Yeah.
So I take the win. I on that, but I immediately lose face when we go bowling because he's amazing, and he has a knack of letting me in the game for a couple frames. Let me think I have a chance, and then
That's kind
I know he does it on. He said he does it on purpose, but he always beats me by 3 to 5 pins. Just
Yeah.
I think he's laying it off a little bit to
Jared's
be nice
smart.
to me.
He wants
but-
you buying the rounds of beer. Like he's not
Yeah.
a dummy.
Well, I mean, the last time we went, it was a little while ago. I was excited. I bowled a 225. I was rolling. He got a 232.
One game
Just
or
for fun.
multiple games.
We usually throw 3 or 4 games, and then we'll have one game for the
So
marbles.
200 and something was your total score for 4 games? Because I'm pretty good for that.
Oh yeah. No, I think you're sitting right at 190 average, aren't you?
I won 180 last time we bowled.
None.
Learn from him.
My best days are long gone. But
I usually
I
just
think
try to get over 100. I feel good.
Same.
I
And
just
at
throw
some
the-
point,
throw the
I
ball
get
down
pissed
the
at
alley.
keeping score and trying to do everything else, and I just start drinking.
that's
Or
It
I start
helps.
drinking more. That's a better way to put it. Like I don't think I've rolled a bowl sober in a minute. So
yeah. No, it works. And they actually have. I don't know if they have them everywhere, but they have these. It's a franchise called Pins and Ales, and it's a full-on bar with bowling alley.
mhm.
Has full bar service, and after 10 o'clock, a band comes in. It's great because all the kids are over on the other side, have to ID to get in, and it's just
That sounds
great.
very fancy.
Oh,
Our
it's
place
so
is
nice.
more like it's a bowling alley, and they have like a couple domestic light beers on tap. Like that's there.
Oh, this
there's
one's great.
there's you can buy it by the pitcher. Like it's pretty fancy.
Nothing's better than bowling when you have your own cocktail waitress. It's great.
That is very fancy. We get plastic pitcher, and here's like 4 solo cups. Go nuts! Like here's that'll be
I got some
$6.
pictures from last
Please.
Just pictures of margaritas.
Nope. Pictures, I think, of Miller Lite was last time I was there. So it's all right. It was a
There
hell
you
of a
go.
time.
Yeah, Troy's in.
Yeah,
Miller
That's all you
Lite.
need.
There
Come
we go.
on down, Troy. We sneak a flask in. You and I were good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
Time
that's
for
our little
bowls.
thing. Matter of fact, before he leaves, we're gonna reignite the competitive flame here this weekend, I think, and go do some 3Bing.
What's
That'd
going to
be
be the last
convenient.
B? Do you have a plan? You know where you're going to go?
Probably we'll probably take it old school and go barbecue. There's a really nice barbecue place.
Nice.
Or yeah.
And what's the barbecue?
Live
of choice?
dangerously. Live dangerously, Nat. Live dangerously.
Yeah, I'm definitely a draft if I'm at a bar.
Yeah, awesome.
Yes,
So, yeah,
that's the other B.
Yeah.
We can. Hey, thank you, babe. If I mean,
Permission
Yeah.
if I've ever seen it.
there's places that, that can handle.
Yeah, that's the Canadian ballet there
There
for
you
the win
go.
at the end.
Yeah.
Boom. Might
You
make
got-
it 4 Bs this time.
You got bullets, bowling, and ballet.
Yep.
And you know,
Tommy.
Tommy, bedtime.
it could be, or it could be 3 Bs and 2 Ds. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whoa, easy now. Easy. Jesus.
So anyway, so that poses the question: what are the kind of the fun things you do with your friends or family? What are your 3 Bs? What would your 3 Bs be? Or it doesn't have to be Bs, but I know everybody has fun, cool stuff. I know. Troy can start it off with Whiskey Wednesday.
Oh yeah, that gets to be a mess. So it's mostly a summertime thing, but yeah, every Wednesday we're on the back porch, and there's usually about 6 of us. Well, it started in the bar. I guess it did start in the winter here in the basement at the bar, but then we eventually migrated to the back porch, and used to be just stop over for one drink, but then it turned into a whole evening, and we'd have to make food or buy something. But it's a lot of fun. It makes for a rough Thursday at work, but it's worth it.
No, well, now it's starting to get a little fancy, right? A little bougie. So that's the extra B for whiskey.
Yeah,
Bougie.
once the wives got involved,
We
They
got to
got-
get you a third W to go with Whiskey Wednesday.
they're lighting candles and playing background music, and we're just trying to have a drink.
What the
Tommy D's
hell?
on your schedule with that booze, and more booze.
Hell yeah.
It is
Not-
with
there's there's candles now
Well,
and background music.
there has been. I'm not saying every time, but that's the
Boy,
kind of
is this
stuff
a day spa, or are we having drinks here? Like, what is
you
happening?
know. And I've told Patty my feelings about it, and she does not respect them. She just keeps pulling that shit out. And I've talked to Nat about how to better communicate,
Yeah.
the way she's making me feel. But
Listen, I love Patty. Do you need me to send her a sternly worded email or something like that?
yeah, I think so.
I have some wonderful hors d'oeuvres recipes you can serve next Wednesday.
Well, it's a lot of pressure. You're just getting home from work, and people are coming over. You're just gonna have a drink, and all of a sudden you got to plan a menu or something. I don't have time to go get groceries.
Yeah.
You're just dishing out Crunchwrap Supremes like crazy.
Oh,
Hey.
yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
I did make fried bologna sandwiches one time.
That sounds really good. But once you set the bar there, like you're effed. Like you can't go backwards from that. Like
I know. I was trying to keep it like bar foody, but yeah.
of a popcorn machine in the speakeasy. There's your win right there. Because it's from the popcorn machine, it seems fancy, but it's still just popcorn.
That's a good idea.
You maxed everybody up.
But yeah, it's just another example of why you should never, ever, ever get married. I mean, yeah.
Your love language is alcohol?
She's locked upstairs.
Right.
You're literally.
I'm good for 2 more days.
Yeah, she won't watch this. It's fine.
Yeah.
No,
You can play hide and seek for that long.
Sounds like a lot of. I mean, that's the party to crash. I think is to just randomly show up and. How do you say it? Ganuten Hutton,
Hey,
Ohio.
Janaten Hutton.
Ganuten Hutton.
Michael Williams in the house.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah. So I guess with getting together with the boys, it would be like a poker game. Maybe golf in the summer, poker all year round. The last 2 years though kind of has been null because of COVID. So
yeah,
it's kind of starting scratch almost and getting back into it.
Yep,
So-
I hear that. We're like a once a month whiskey syndicate meeting was like our go-to, and COVID kind of crashed that party a little bit. We play a lot of pitch with the boys. They tend to call that the safety meeting, which is if you've worked construction, safety meeting is it's like we get everybody together, they huddle up, and they talk about the importance. So it's like it gets called randomly the text for safety meeting, and everybody knows the safety meeting just means to meet up at Hoopy Shop for cards. So it's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Do you have one of those,
And you
like-
don't say we're going to play pitch or we're going to play cards to the wife. It's like it's a safety meeting.
Do you
Yeah.
have one of those like there hasn't been an accident in X amount of days?
Yeah.
Yeah, most of our activities lead to accidents. So it's
So it just stays at 0.
So we need
Yeah.
more safety meetings is what it
I mean,
is.
Hoopy's
Yeah.
falling out of a chair or something.
Yeah. Once a year fishing at Taneycomo. That's a pretty legit one. Just for our family, like we do pizza every Friday night. Like that's our thing where we still get the whole crew together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kim and I and the 2 boys. So yeah, it doesn't seem like a bunch, but it's just like if we skip it at this point now, like the boys are disappointed. And that's when you know it's a thing, right? When you're like, maybe we'll get pizza Saturday or Sunday. And they're like, I'm like, oh, okay. Well, this is maybe a little bit bigger deal than I thought. So
Yeah, my wife's a nurse, so we don't have those like regular days. It's just kind of, but there is a bar. I guess it's like a meat and 3 kind of restaurant that we do as a family. That's kind of our go-to thing. So it's there's a B in there. You could say barbecue, I guess, but yeah.
Well, and you're still young in your adventure, so when they get old enough to where you cannot start
Yeah, for
doing
sure.
some getting out and about, you're still at the containment phase of the children rearing.
Oh, it's
Once-
hard to contain.
you're just
It's
a
a
hockey
mess.
goalie right now, bud.
Yeah,
You're-
it's a mess. It's a
Exactly.
mess. I'm tired.
But see, that's the problem though. You're raising girls, so the hockey goalie never goes away because even when they're teenagers, you're still a hockey goalie. You're just
Yeah.
deflecting other things.
I would be more of a defenseman at that point. Scott Stevens-esque. Yeah, just running over their suitors.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's different.
You don't have to worry about one boy. You have to worry about all the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a version of that saying.
Oh, I'm being trying to make it politically correct.
Something.
Can you say Dick Goalie on YouTube?
I think you can.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I just did.
Yeah. So if you raise boys, you have to
Yeah.
only worry about the one bottle of Dickel. If you raise girls, you have to worry about the whole distillery.
There you go.
I got 2 girls. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm not worried about one of them. The other one, we got issues. She's only 4, and we know that already. But maybe they turn into zombies. Yeah,
Give it
I'm
a
sure that
run.
happens.
Risk it.
Corey's there right now. But Melissa's got a legit question here.
Yeah, I'd like an answer to this one because I'm hot.
So if summer, are we still wearing Dixon, or do we cut off the sleeves? Well, Corey threw out a pro tip
Mhm.
I
the other
did
week.
sneak in a was
Yeah.
it 2 weeks ago that I
2 weeks
snuck in
ago.
the bamboo, which is a Dixon short sleeve shirt. It's not
Yeah.
flannel
And they're
though.
very light
From a
material.
flannel
Yeah.
company, but it's not
Yeah.
a flannel. But it looks flannel-ish. So
I consider it one.
it's got flannel designs for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Plaid,
they have
yeah.
very.
The soul of it's flannel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure. So
I think only Larry the
yeah.
Cable Guy wears no sleeve flannel. Like that's a
Well, you can like cut the sleeve here. You don't have to go all the way to the shoulder. Like
or
that's
like Mick Foley, I think wears no sleeve flannel back in the day. I don't know. I mean, you could probably get away with it, but no sleeve flannel shirt strikes me very much like a dude with no sleeve flannel shirt, cut off jeans, cowboy hat, like a summer country concert, and like I can't quite be that guy. I'm a little too bougie for that. So
Nat, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Nat's in the mood.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that sounds like
is that
sweaty
wild turkey
balls,
close?
is what
Is
that
that
sounds
yeah.
like.
I've been lucky enough at work. I pretty much wear them all year round because at work we have problems with the air conditioning. So even if it's 100 degrees outside, it's still freezing in my office. So it's
Well,
a
they
good
keep
bad
it-
problem to have.
They keep it cold in there to try to keep everybody from being unruly, right? Try to keep everybody calm down.
I think
Docile.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's just me.
Michael Williams, 2 girls in the house, and the oldest just finished 8th grade today. It is very
It's getting
real.
there.
Dude,
We'll add you to the
you're
prayer
in the
list,
thick of it.
Michael. We'll
Yeah.
add you to the prayer list.
Yeah, you're in the
Yes,
thick of
you're
it.
gonna have.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're
Dangerous.
Gonna be fun.
Yeah. I don't know. The other tradition for us is always 4th of July. So, I mean, that's like our jam here. So, we're right in the middle of all of that.
That's a big
As we
deal.
Get ready for BOOMTOWN, USA.
Yeah, speaking of 4th of July, that's like synonymous with BOOMTOWN, right? When I think of that. And maybe it's because I'm Canadian and I don't have the patriotism you guys have and all that stuff, but that would be 3 days earlier.
Yeah, well, head on down south.
Yeah, I know.
And it'll be great. Yeah.
You're gonna have a little bit of a party this year too.
Yeah, it sounds like we got friends and family coming from across the country. So Jason and Nat, I think maybe the Gallenbeck crew might be rolling down too, which would be sweet.
That'd be awesome.
But yeah, like so that's part of the thing with the fireworks show. I mean, it's for those unfamiliar, Wamego, Kansas is a town of about 5,000, and we usually have about 50 to 60,000 show up for the fireworks show. Last year we shot over 6 tons of fireworks in half an hour.
It's incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
Some of those texts and FaceTimes of you during the show have been highlights on that night. So
yeah, so it voted best show in the state. So there's an incredible crew that shoot all that show. I do not shoot the show. I help with sound and a bunch of the promotion and some of the PR and things like that for it, and lend my advice when it comes to music selections, that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's a for real thing. So being able to turn that into just a bigger and bigger event has been my goal, just to shine a little bit more light on the dudes that have been doing that work for so long. But the whole point is to get friends and family to show up here every year for 4th of July. So, I mean, that's the reason to do it, right? It's just like, that friends and family show up every year for the 4th, and it's a real thing, man. It's a until you see it, like it's hard to explain exactly what it is.
It's on the list of things for me is 4th of July with Corey. So
Yeah. It
Yeah.
should be on everybody's list. Just hit me up.
That's true.
Just show up and when we go.
Well, do
Well,
you have like a little teaser
I
trailer
do.
or something?
Here, hold on. I tried to
see
load
what
some onto
happens.
here. So I'm going to show you 30 seconds of the show, half an hour show. So I'll show you 30 seconds. Last year, we incorporated 20 remote fire pots that shot like fire into the air in addition to the fireworks show. So here's like 30 seconds of BOOMTOWN. So it's like a kid show.
Those fire pots are awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty
that was cool
incredible.
last year. So sync to music and the whole thing, like it's pretty crazy to put everything together. So Kel Hoopy and I have helped shoot a bunch of footage for it the last several years and put together some pretty cool pieces. And yeah, it's just it's unique. I think that's pretty wild for small town America. It's very Americana, kind of like Main Street USA kind of stuff. So it's pretty fun.
That's awesome.
You might, I think you may have inspired Jared to drive the 4 hours to come visit.
Yeah, it's not far from Oklahoma City.
Yeah,
But, like,
for
let's.
sure.
He was a certified firefighter, and he worked his way through college as a fireworks safety. What was your official title?
I don't know, shooting off all the fireworks.
He's a shooting off fireworks guy.
Official
Yeah.
title. That's
So-
all. Yeah.
Pyro.
You got a diploma or a certificate.
So if you need staff for shooting shit up in the air, if he's
Shooter offer guy.
They do it all electronic now, you know. I was doing where it just duct tape a fusee to the end of a rod and just launch them out of PVC. That was fun.
We do them both. We have a ton of synced and computer fired stations around the perimeter of four baseball fields, and in addition, we have multiple hand light stations still. That, like you're talking about, the old school flares taped to the end of a to the end of a like plumbing pipe, and a little bit of all of it. So that way we can still continue to do just a massive show. So yeah, it's a thing for sure.
It's
So
awesome.
It'll be fun
It's
again
awesome.
this year.
it's not that far of a drive. Troy, come on over. We got room in the Airbnb.
I just looked
That's
the
where
other
the
day.
friendships happen.
I think it's just about 850 miles. I just looked the other day.
Cake.
Yeah.
Leave on Saturday. You'll be just in time, and then you'll want a couple days recovery to drive home anyway.
I'm checking the
Yes.
calendar because we have a 4th of July party here, but ours are always on Saturday. So I think the 4th is on Monday this year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
So like maybe next year, like I can have my party Saturday and then start driving
Oh
Sunday.
yeah, and roll up to
Yeah.
make it on Tuesday. Heck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Well, I might have to drive down.
Yeah.
Come
and
on
jump
down.
in the car with Troy. Yeah.
This all sounds like a lovely time.
Tommy D, where does Troy live? Well, have you heard of any Ohio jokes from any of some major channels or something? You know who
Let me
gets
ju-
really annoyed by that?
Let me just say, I've lived here my whole life, and I did not know that Ohio was the armpit of America until I started hanging out with you guys.
I don't have any problems with Ohio.
Thank
I
you.
don't think it's us. Yeah. But so
Something.
Troy, speaking of Ohio and being close to a certain spot, and you have this big teaser.
Yeah.
Is that big teaser? He's the tease.
Yep.
I'm not
Massive.
sure. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we should switch that name up, but yeah.
So one thing about living in Ohio, we are close to Kentucky. So Dave and JJ and I, we've done a couple new riff picks in the past, and this year we got selected to do one of your new Whether-
Newton fluting.
Newton freaking.
There's a few extra consonants in there, I think.
That's from the gin.
Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna do we in July we're going down to do a cast strength rye pick, which is the first year New Riff has offered a rye pick. So we got a group of friends together. Eric Greenway and Laura are going with us, and we have a couple other buddies, and Corey is now in on the group with us. So
Boom.
and the best thing about having Corey in with us is I needed a theme or a name and a sticker for this bottle, and he came up with something in one day that we're all very excited about, and I think it's gonna sell this bottle out in about 45 minutes. So I think we have a picture.
You want to? Do we can debut it here?
Do you want to say the name?
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh,
There we go.
drum roll. Look at that.
Boom.
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 That was
Awesome.
That's so
Well,
perfect.
Look at
Top
that.
Gun being released this week. That I think that's perfect timing. And who doesn't like Maverick? So a little Mav riff, and it'll buzz all your towers.
Ooh.
That's right.
Yeah, that's an awesome sticker. I love it. We should post that
So-
on Instagram too.
So, do the 7 people that listen to us live, do they get an option to buying that?
Oh yeah,
I don't
we're
wanna
gonna
put you on the
have
spot, but I was just-
yeah, message me because I think we're gonna have a couple extra bottles. So that's one thing about 7 or 8 guys going on a barrel pick is there's plenty to go around. So
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, just keep
So
us
when we've
posted.
done barrel picks for our club here in Wamego, Troy, we also did. I've also designed a T-shirt to go with the sticker theme, and I think that's
Oh.
probably going to need to happen for this
needs
one.
to
too,
happen.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
we all show up to the pick of these. Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Mhm.
Yep. Yep. I like
Mhm.
that idea a lot.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. I'll make sure that happens.
Boom.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure Eric's me getting one of them for sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's got a bottle came out today too. Did you see his?
He's gonna be
Yeah,
trading
that was
back.
No,
What
what's
was
the
it?
what's the whiskey mutant pick? Did I miss it?
He did a
Yeah,
new
he
riff
just-
bourbon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think they're doing him and Perry are doing a meetup this weekend or something, and then something.
Oh, I
themed
saw that. Yeah,
for the
yeah, yeah.
meetup.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Is that this weekend?
Well, I thought that's what the post said, but I'm not positive.
Yeah.
We don't read. We
That
look at
came-
pictures.
That came up quick.
Natalie, what kind of budget do you think we have for merchandising? Holy shit,
That's
we're
a-
not
That's a,
Paramount Plus.
that's a tier 2 Patreon level.
Tier 2. Yeah. I think that's tier 1 for sure.
That's right.
Um,
Are you on the admiral level of
Yeah,
Patreon? Because
there we
that's where you have
go.
to get. Jeez.
That's great. That's
Oh,
awesome.
nice.
All
Did
right,
you sell it
there
out?
Yep.
Eric's been doing a ton of work for that. So if you're around or whatnot, I'm not sure if they still have tickets or whatever they're doing, but that'd be blast. I wish I was closer and could make it. So yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Michael, you're in
Yes, for both.
sure.
I'm gonna go ahead and put you down, Michael.
Yeah. Actually, can you pay up front? No. Yeah.
Knowing Michael, he would. So that's
Oh,
a
for
stand-up dude right there. So
Yeah. That's got to be tough though overall. Like you guys have got 7 guys or something on a barrel. So that's a pretty
Yeah.
pricey endeavor, right? Like
It does. It seems to work out. Last year, or the last pick we did, there was only 4 of us, but luckily it was a short barrel. I think that barrel only was like 120 bottles, maybe, so it wasn't terrible, but
yeah.
it was plenty. But we've already got a lot of interest here local, so I think they'll go fast. I think so.
listen, you don't have to worry about this one. So you people that are in, I'm telling you, once that bottle gets posted with that sticker, people will lose their effing minds. Like
Yeah.
they will lose it. It will be like Son of Rhino and all that other crap that people talk about forever. Like that's it. It will be a thing, and people will be disappointed that they didn't get it. And then you'll hold a couple bottles back, and then you'll be able to sell them for for $100 instead of $70, and like
you
it'll
go.
be a thing. It'll be fine. Just
Nice.
slow roll it a little bit. And I got Wamigo whiskey boys who are all over picking up any extras
mad
if
riff.
we need to. So
Yeah.
we're
Same, like say,
Yeah.
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 So it looks pretty good. So
That's
We're
we're all
excited for you, man.
excited. Yeah.
And Dave's here. He's chirping you, it looks
Oh.
like.
Oh, he's making fun of. Did I tell you? I don't know if I told that story last week or not. I went to the
what
doctor on the wrong day.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how was the doctor?
Well, he was pissed. Yeah, I didn't see the doctor because my appointment was next week.
Yeah.
Took the day
so
off
did you go
work
and
for
check
nothing.
your prostate just to be rude? Or
Well,
no?
the worst part is technically I just was AWOL from work. I put in for the day off the following week, but I just didn't show up on a random Wednesday for no apparent reason. So I had a little explaining to do.
I had the opposite problem today. I walked into work today and they looked at me and said, they're all scrambling to find coverage. Like, wait, you're not supposed to be here. I said, what are you talking about? And they accidentally put me on the overtime log and didn't have any relief. So they were trying to figure out who was going to do my job. And then I just sauntered in and sat down. So I said I'd go home if it makes you feel better. But I mean, yeah.
It's always nice to be appreciated.
Exactly.
That's what I appreciate about you.
Yeah. So.
Well, we had a competition of sorts, or a giveaway of sorts, based on the whiskey draft. And what did you guys think of the whiskey draft overall? We chatted about that a little bit.
Well, I know Grease loved it since he stole our idea.
Yeah, I haven't watched that video
I find
yet.
a Will for like immediately calling that out.
That was awesome. I say, you know what they say, no bad publicity.
Right.
So
yeah.
I think we should challenge them to a draft.
There we go.
August.
Yes.
That's it.
Now it is on. Like
it's
Donkey
officially
Kong.
on. Yeah.
Like, let's
Yeah.
go.
And
if
even
they
better, we'll
refuse
make
to
them pay for
accept,
the
they're
prizes.
cowards now. So like make them pull win.
There's gonna be some great prizes. Whatever you bring.
All on Grease.
Yeah, I thought it went well. So Corey, you think you won it?
Oh, I always think I win. Ian.
You
Like,
definitely won the bougie team.
I think the word you're looking for is fancy or designer. Maybe let's go designer.
Well,
I like designer. That sounds
Yeah,
good.
it's kind of like
Bougie.
Tomato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
we
know.
have-
I was just trying not to pick like the obvious stuff. So, which is about par for the course for me. Like, I like to be the guy that's in the middle of a whiskey session when everybody's pouring stuff, and I will like whip out the flask, and I'm like, okay, I guarantee you haven't tried this. Watch this.
Yeah.
So,
For the record, I stand by my picks, tall and strong.
We know. Even that OWA.
yeah,
I'm telling you.
it's still a foul.
Tell me it's not overrated.
Jared, did you happen to go
Overrated.
through any of these teams?
No, and honestly, I don't know much about it. I watched it.
Yeah.
Mine
Don't pick your dad. Don't pick your dad.
It was great.
Okay. It was fun. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. And we had a few comments. So let's go through them quickly. And we'll be honest, we haven't been prepped at all for this. So we're gonna go through them quickly and pick
Make
the winner
notes.
on air.
We're roasting picks.
Let's
Do we
go
roast
with
them?
Whiskey Mutant, who to his credit, and I'm not sure if he deserves extra points for this, but this guy had picks before we even did our draft, and then kind of like stepped up the game again and did it for on the next post. So his workhorse is going to be Wild Turkey 101 along with Troy. The rookie is Penelope Toasted, so that's a pretty solid rookie there. Quarterback is ECBP, which none of us picked, so that's also a solid quarterback. Wide receiver is Willett Single Barrel, the purple top,
Yeah.
or the purple foil. Is that what you call
As
it?
the
Yeah.
overrated diva.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
The running back is going to be your older Weller 107 store pick. And then your special teams is Kentucky Owl Bourbon Batch 8 specifically.
That's a good one.
So it's a pretty solid team overall.
Who'd you say? I didn't hear who his quarterback was. It cut out.
Quarterback was ECBP.
Okay. Which nobody ever drafted.
Nobody drafted
No,
that.
I mean,
That was a category thing.
he's not wrong. It's great, but
Yeah.
yeah. But once again, it's where you come from. Like I get them all the time over here, so I'd almost put that as a workhorse in my world.
Well,
I'm
Well, that's
lucky
like my
that way.
brag
And
that's
a
one of
little
my
more.
favorites.
yeah. I had to get it from you. We don't get up here at all.
yeah,
So
that's the one thing this damn state gets a lot of is Elijah Craig barrel proof.
Yeah, it's almost a little bit cheating to throw in Kentucky Al as special teams. That's almost like a quarterback pick at special teams.
I would say that should be special.
It'd be like
teams, yeah.
playing Peyton Manning at punter. But
well, hold up. Tommy D's team's next. So TD335XI, I believe, is Tommy D. His workhorse is Cooper's Craft 100. So that's a solid pick. I've never tried it, but I've heard a lot of really good things about that Cooper's Craft stuff. Rookie is Mythology.
Never had it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what
I
that
have.
is.
I'm on board with that. It's actually the master blender from High West went to Mythology, and he's doing blending for them.
Gotcha.
It's younger. It's really good stuff.
Okay.
They have one
Yeah.
called Hell Bear that I absolutely love.
Cool. So
It's-
he's
it's a
throwing
finished-
Mythology
yeah.
out there.
So I'll give him that one, especially for a rookie. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Quarterback is Knob Creek 12 year.
Knob Creek 12 is solid, but
That
But
is
a
good.
quarterback?
Yeah,
quarterback maybe not. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Wide-
really good though. Like really good.
Yeah. So wide receiver is going to be Old Ezra 7.
That's pretty pedestrian.
Well, I think he had some.
But that got to be a thing like
the-
for a
the
while,
Minnick
right? Where
effect
everybody
on
was
that,
like
didn't he?
looking for that son of a bitch, and like
Yeah.
that was a
Oh, really?
Yeah, Minnick went
Yeah.
all over it, and
like
Oh,
it kind of
yeah.
got
See, and that's-
allocated.
yeah,
once
Didn't
again,
the
in my
Ascot
world.
get after that? Old Ezra
Yeah.
7 being a
Oh, I'm
thing,
sure.
right?
Okay.
it's overrated. I
See,
completely
it's-
agree.
That works as a receiver
well,
pick.
that might be a good receiver then.
So I
yeah.
don't know if
Yeah.
it counts or not, but it sits on the shelf here. That's one
It
nobody
does.
provided,
It, like it had a run though for a little bit where it was
Yeah.
it was
That
kind of
was-
like Henry McKenna 10, like for a minute. It was
just like
on
the
everywhere.
Ascot. Yeah, the Ascot
Yep.
effect. Running back is going to be Blue Spot, which is a killer
Oh yeah.
killer pick for
Ooh,
Irish.
Yeah.
And he's sticking with the Irish with Red Breast 27
Oh,
for,
shit. Come on.
for his special teams.
You know, it's funny. I actually was
Finishes
going,
up with a $500 bottle of Irish whiskey.
Which I don't blame him at all. That's,
no,
that would be
some.
yeah.
You're not wrong.
That's too many Irish whiskeys.
Yeah, Troy's gonna downvote that for the international factor. All right, we got banking and bourbon. I believe that's Michael Williams.
That's Michael Williams. Yeah.
Yeah, so his workhorse, Evan Williams, bottled and bond. The white label, just classic.
Yeah.
Rookie is going to be a Blue Note store pick, which is a
Oh, those are good.
great pick for a rookie,
All
I
good.
think. Yeah.
And all very good.
QB,
I got to.
Thomas Handy.
That's a good one.
So
Yeah.
Everybody
with
likes a
the
handy.
rye of everybody likes a handy. That might be in just the tips later. Wide receiver is going to be Jack Daniels, Coy Hill.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So the wide receiver was your overrated one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah,
overhyped.
what's that
Highly
one?
allocated.
So you're
yeah.
saying that the Coy Hill was overhyped on that point.
Haven't had it,
I
so I
haven't-
don't know. But it was
Yeah.
like
Haven't tried it.
like it was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
Like
could
is
see
it
because
so
I mean,
much better than a Jack Daniels full proof?
But-
I don't know.
Yeah,
but I
don't
can see
know.
his point too, though, because they instantly were selling for $400.
Yeah, which
You
is
know?
bonkers.
Yeah, that I agree. Yeah.
And I can't remember, was the Coy Hill bourbon or rye?
Bourbon,
was-
but it's super.
It was
high
bourbon. It's
proof, like almost
144 proof, I think it was.
I
140
remember it was
plus
super high
proof.
proof. Yeah.
Yeah.
141,
so
like,
Yeah, that's
he's on,
that was my
I
only
can't-
question with his. Is that actually overrated? But I
I-
guess if you think of it that way, yeah, for sure.
They were, bought out instantly for
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it doesn't mean
amount
it's
of money.
not good. It just means like it
That's
instantly was
true.
a-
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Too
Because
big a
Eric,
deal,
Eric did
right?
have those Willet purple tops, which are great, but they're overrated.
They're great,
for
but
sure,
they're-
right?
yeah,
Same,
same price.
same category.
Listen,
That's what I said
tried
with
it.
my Bookers, and everybody gave me a hard time. It's good. It's just
Booker's
too
is not
expensive.
overrated. It's overpriced. It's two different things.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
the
well.
well,
So-
and it's currently overpriced. It didn't used to be overpriced. It
No,
used to be
you're right.
awesome for $70. It's maybe a little bit at $100 now. So I mean,
Yeah.
like I threw Blanton's in as the receiver, not
Mhm.
because Blanton's isn't good. It's just because
That's
I
true.
like
Yeah.
it's a little much as far as the hype.
That's true. So Coy Hill, maybe it's just because I haven't seen any of those special releases up here that it's like
Yeah.
that
Because it gets
unicorn
snagged up
factor
and
kind of
resold
thing.
for
Yeah.
a shit ton of money.
All right. Running back is Parker's Heavy Char 10-year. Parker's
Ooh.
Heavy Char 10-year.
Damn, that's some heavy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a solid one. And then this is what like made me vote for him in my mind. The special teams, which is kind of like your unique pour,
Yeah, sure.
is Copper and King's Apple Brandy Phoenix Barrel. So if you remember the Copper and King's Apple Brandy
Listen,
from the 12 days,
I need you to take
Clint threw that
everything
there.
back you said about me being bougie, like all of it. Take all of it back.
Yeah. Like you and Michael could be bougie together.
I think
Like-
Michael and I are bougie together. That'd be fine.
Yeah.
He's
Look at
That's
Michael's
unfair.
list. Why did he put Evan Williams bottled and bond on there? Because that is so out of place with the rest of his list.
It's his workhorse. Though.
He's got a $12 bottle and everything else you can't find.
There's a
That's true.
reason why Michael and I were posted up getting IBs.
That's true.
he had to do Evan Williams bond a bond. After buying the other ones, he couldn't afford anything else.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
I will say that he's leading the witness
Pretty
though,
heavy
because
list.
he did send me a sample of that. Well, he sent Nat a sample of the Phoenix Blend brandy, and it was
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
great.
Well, we had that Copper and Kings for the 12 days that Clint sent in, and
That's
that
really
that was impressive. That was a cool pour.
Different. I really wanted to go there while we were at Whiskey Weekend. There just wasn't a time that we could make it happen because I wanted to get up on the patio, but like it just wasn't it's gonna be another thing for another time. So
All right, and Michael's defending his case. It's bourbon and not $300 better
Exactly.
than the barrel proof.
and that was
store
my
pick.
question: is like, is it so much better than a Jack Daniel's barrel proof single barrel?
I'm on the same page with you with that. All right, next team, Journey Down the Whiskey Road, which is Todd Cooper or Todd Koopa, I think people know him as. If you're a It's Bourbon Night fan, his workhorse was Evan Williams, 1783.
Good one.
Rookie would be Woodinville Toasted European Oak.
Ooh,
That's a lot of words.
I haven't
And-
had it, but it sounds fancy. I'm
does.
here for it.
Yeah, and Woodinville seems to be like a popular up and coming. I haven't tried
Yep.
any of their stuff, but yeah. Quarterback is going to be WLW. Wide receiver is going to be Bookers. So
He's
Troy.
He's matched up with me on 2 picks so far, so he's looking good.
So he's obviously out.
Running back though, here's one. William Heavenhill 12-year, the purple bottle.
Oh,
So that's
Yeah.
a pretty limited. That was a pretty limited release though. In special teams, he's going super special. 1983 Old Granddad 114 Lot 14 Japanese import.
Listen,
Damn.
man, like
now you're just flexing.
Yeah.
I'm just writing down.
I mean,
Old Granddad
I'm all in
114.
to try it. That'd be great.
it sounds very fancy. I will say
Yeah.
that it does seem very special, but
A lot of those seemed out of the scope of my experience. So
Yes. Conway now. Conway Reimer. Quarterback. Special Forces pick. The Eagle Rare podcast pick is his quarterback. So that's throwing some heat to those boys, saying he loved
buddy.
it a lot. Wide receiver is going to be an E.H. Taylor single barrel for the wide
That's not wrong.
receiver.
I really love Colonel
Don't,
Taylor.
Don't
but now
say that to Casey. Don't
that's
say
a-
that to Casey.
I love Colonel Taylor
Yeah.
single barrel, but man, like it is it's a thing now. Like you shouldn't have to win a
That's
lotto to get
Very true.
a bottle of Colonel Taylor single barrel. It used to set on the shelf. You could just
That's
walk in
true.
and buy that some bitch.
That's true. Running back is going to be a Russell store pick.
Lovely.
Those are good.
Rookie is Woodinville as well. He threw in the Woodinville.
Hmm.
And then special teams. Here's one for Jason. Ardbeg Corey Vrecken.
Nope.
Ardbeg Corey Vrecken. Awesome. That's an awesome.
That is great. That is some good stuff.
Yeah.
Troy.
Troy's like, he's out. Forget
Yeah, he was doing so well too.
Did he have a workhorse?
I already. No, I don't think so. Maybe not. That was all the things I wrote down. Andrew G Whiskey. So Andrew West, who's here in the
Yeah,
chat.
buddy.
So his QB is going to be WLW.
Mm-hmm.
Workhorse is just Eagle Rare, straight up Eagle Rare 10-year.
Love it.
Awesome. Running back is going to be Dovetail. So he's sucking up to Jason with this one. Rookie is New Riff. So I think Troy
like
did
that
that kind of thing as
Pretty
well.
solid.
Wide receiver is going to be Willett Single Barrels.
Mm.
And here's where Troy slams them. Special teams is gonna be Inver Gordon 6-year-old single grain Scotch whiskey.
What is wrong with you people?
But it's single grain, so it's not
Yeah,
malt.
it's a grain.
So it's basically bourbon-esque. I can see that. Yeah.
All right. And last one here, my buddy Dave. Remember Dave from Northern Proof?
Dave.
He threw one. He didn't have categories really because he put it in before we did the draft, but he threw it 4 rows of single barrel. So I'm gonna say that's his workhorse. Rare breed as his something. Alberta Premium Cast Strength, Little Book Chapter 4, and Jack Daniel's Single Barrel, which he says is his favorite bottle. And I gave it to him, so maybe that's why. But
who's sucking up to the judges now?
Yeah, that's right.
yeah, he doesn't win because he didn't put categories.
You're just
but-
going for Ian points right there with Alberta Premium Cast Strength.
Yeah, exactly.
He just listed everything in your whiskey cabinet. So
I think he did.
He's doing inventory.
Yeah. At least he did stuff he's tried, so that's good. All right, Troy. So I think you wrote them all down.
I did.
So
Well-
you're the ultimate judge here. The
Well, I don't like
councilman, the ultimate judge.
Yes. All
Okay,
hate comments can go to Troy at.
And you have to state your case.
Just text me. I'll give you his personal number. You
Okay.
can text him personally.
Well, I'm going to give you some options, and I want to discuss. I'm going to give you my top 2, and then we
I
can
like it.
discuss it.
All right.
Okay. One of my top 2 is the Whiskey Mutant, because these are all pretty much bourbons. Maybe you're right. It's got the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, Wild Turkey 101, the Penelope Toasted. I think it was like a Willet Purple Top, something like that.
Mhm.
Weller 107 and Kentucky Owl 8.
Those
Those
are
are all-
solid.
Yeah, super solid.
Yeah. You can argue about what's in what category, stuff like
Yeah.
that. And then I also really like Todd Cooper's picks. The 1783 Woodinville Toasted WLW Booker's. That haven't held 12
You
years.
just suck it up so you can be his friend, so you can get a couple of those samples.
I'm everybody's friend.
I don't
yeah.
blame you. Hey, there's.
And then that old granddad, something from Japan. I just wrote down old granddad 114 because
Something
the rest of
from
that was
Japan.
overkill. There you go. Discuss.
Those are the 2. That's the finalists.
Well, I mean, here's my
Mike Williams
problem.
is pretty solid.
Conway's
but I
got
think
that
it's
Ardbeg
because
in there.
Michael Williams and I seem like we'd open a speakeasy that was membership only that you'd have to
Yeah.
pay a monthly fee to get in.
Yeah. And he's also a big fan of black, and he sent a sample to the Bar Night guys and won with that. So
yeah.
Oh, then he obviously wins. I don't think you can go wrong, Troy. Those are both good picks. I think
Yep.
that Troy should pick.
Troy is the judge and jury on this one.
okay, well, we'll give it to Michael Williams.
It wasn't
You
even in the
picked that
2.
dude up. He went off the
He
board.
wasn't even in the top 2.
That's
no,
pure
no.
draft. Isn't that the way drafts work? He's
No.
went purely off the board.
I'm sorry, that was my mistake. Who did that? Who's the guy that messed up the
No, it's all
beauty
good.
pageant?
Steve,
Named
was
the
Steve
wrong name.
Harvey?
Yeah, it's Steve Harvey.
He went straight
I'm
Steve
looking at
Harvey.
I'm looking at Whiskey Mutant's list, but I wrote Michael Williams down for something else. When he asked that he wanted to buy a bottle, I wrote his name down, joking around. So his name was on top of Mutant's list. So I'm sorry. I'm picking Eric. I'm sorry.
Okay,
And Eric,
so Eric, Whiskey Mutant.
Fair
then.
enough.
Eric Whiskey Mutant. So email us at Flannel.
Okay.
Actually, we'll
Yeah.
just contact you.
Okay.
But,
So Eric, Whiskey Mutant, Wild Turkey 101 leads the way, right? That's the one.
And Eric,
Yes.
did you
Okay.
get to try Two Worlds? Because I did throw in a Two World sample. I'll throw that in
yeah.
with a bunch of other goodies from around the world, like last time. I'll have to make another snack cake.
Snacky cakes.
Snacky cakes.
And we gotta have monsoon for the wrestling thing.
Ooh, yeah, we do. So,
I-
Eric and me made I made a painting for Eric, but I can't figure out how to ship it. So it's just gonna live.
Oh, we're already getting hate mail from Michael.
Listen, Michael, God damn it! I already told you we have a business plan, Michael. You and I are going to open a speakeasy that's very bougie, and we're going to have a monthly fee. So it'll be fine.
I'll pay double.
Troy be Patreon level admiral, so he's going to have to pay enough to get the flight jacket. it'll be pretty hot.
A flight suit, full out flight suit, and be perfect with a helmet.
What were you gonna say?
I was thinking, idea for later, possibly if you're doing something along these lines, is more like the daily kind of fantasy, where if you guys just took 50 of them, assigned values to them, and then like choose, I don't know, 7 that you would start a collection from, like that, and you got to stay within a budget and build those, and say if you were going to start something, what would be those that you go with?
Oh, that would be just.
Oh,
I feel like you're firing out a lot of free content here. You need to write these things down.
Yeah. Write that down.
You can't say this out loud because Grease is going to steal it.
Don't just write it down. Actually, if you could rate those whiskeys and send it to us, that would be great.
Yeah, dude,
that's a lot of
if you
work.
could do
With a dollar
all the
amount
work, if you could do all
and
the
how much
work,
you're allowed to spend. But yeah, I think that'd
that
be
would
fun.
great.
He's a team leader now. He could just assign it to one of his flunkies. I have a data
Hey.
sheet up in no time.
There we go.
Oh yeah,
Flunkies are
you
on my
got guys.
I mean, team members. I'm sorry, you can't call them flunkies anymore. They're integrated
sensitive.
team members for maximum productivity.
if your team's flunky, then it's all in leadership. Come on.
It's true.
All right. Well, we have a couple guys that are frustrated here. Michael Williams feels so cheated. Well, maybe we'll have to
I
throw
tried
in
to give it to you, Michael, but they
throw
won't.
in-
Let me.
yeah, he did the Steve Harvey on you. And then Tommy D, the ultimate fan for us so far. Tommy D's always here, so maybe we'll have to hook those guys up as well. So, we'll
Tommy, you can't expect me to ever pick you with blue spot and red breast on your list. It's never.
We have enough coins to send some extra coins out.
think,
though, right?
yeah.
Does Jason have enough coins for that?
I haven't. Yeah, I think so. I'm sure. We
I
can.
have.
So
I have
let's-
enough that I can like cover up most of the glasses in my house because I'm a jerk and I took all of them with me when you handed them to me.
So,
Oh, no,
so
there
we'll get
was-
some fun stuff out to you guys too because
Absolutely.
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah.
I love it.
Troy will
So
buy you a flannel.
I don't have I don't have a just the tip. Does anyone?
I have
a just the
one.
tip? All right,
Do you want to do them or you want to wait?
go
Nope.
for it.
Do it. Now's the time.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you guys see that Dixon announced his new
Oh
bourbon?
yeah.
Good
Venture.
one.
So
Yes.
there's 2XO bourbon or 2 times O.
Yep.
But it sounds pretty cool. It's so I actually have the press release here.
Ooh.
Oh wow!
But
He's
Did you
pulling
get
stuff
sent
off
that
prompter.
because we're bourbon media now? Like, are you because you're the point?
Well,
man for the
I
Instagram,
did
or-
some advising on the barrels used for the first release.
Listen,
We have-
man,
hold up.
around. I love it.
Look at this.
So
You're making Nat jealous.
Oh,
Hey!
Will.
there he is.
Tease, I just got your text.
Sorry,
I
I sent
just
it out.
got it.
I sent it out 3 minutes before we went live.
No, it's all good, man. I'm glad I saw it. Sorry, I'm hopping on late.
I figured
Oh,
you were
boy.
running around looking for your flannel. God damn.
Oh, I
where's my
know.
shirt?
I'm not even in flannel. I'm just in a regular old tee.
Your
Well,
flannel
got
is
done-
on the inside. It's
Got
it's
done
down in
moving
here.
furniture and jumped on the live stream. I love it.
That's right. Got to tousle the hair a little bit.
I was just talking about. I mean, just start talking about Dixon's new bourbon thing. You probably know more about it than any of us. Do you know much
Well,
about
I
the
do.
release?
I do know that like he's gotten really into the double barrel expression. So it's twice in new oak. It's not finished like in a used barrel.
Okay.
But that's like what he's been doing with the Kentucky Owl releases that really brought out the kind of signature flavors that he loved. So
That sounds
I know
great.
that it has a lot to do with that.
And then it sounds like it's going to be different releases every time or different names. You know, what I mean, like everybody, it would almost be like a store pick kind of thing where they have like different names and themes per release or whatever.
Yeah, like this first one is the Phoenix, which is a very clever,
Yeah.
a bird rising from the ashes. A little bit of symbolism there, perhaps.
I like it.
But yeah, so that's what I know. I don't know like what future releases or anything are going to look like, but that's
Well,
what.
when we were at the inn there this spring, or I don't know, February, he seemed really excited about everything. You know, sounds like he's got he acted like he had a lot of different whiskey to pick from and a lot of stock and stuff. So it sounds like it's going to be good.
Mm-hmm. Should be.
So what have you been up to?
Oh, just working, and we dropped two videos same time today of like our top 5 picks, and
yeah.
Love them.
I threw a little flannel panel tribute in there.
Yeah,
Jason was telling us about that.
It was
So
awesome.
it was a typical Grease of his like, hey, what if we did this thing? And I'm like, you mean like literally what Flannel Panel just did? He's like, nah, but it'll be like the whiskeys are like a football team. I'm like, yep. So like literally what Flannel Panel just did.
yep.
Hey, I
We were just talking about we might challenge you in the fall.
Yeah,
There you go.
I think we
Yeah.
need to have a challenge: the podcast versus the.
No,
Flannel
I'm all
Panel.
for that. That would be a blast. Like, let's get everybody together and do that.
That would be fun.
We had a bunch of people throw up teams, and Eric, the Whiskey Mutant, was voted as the best team. So
It makes sense because he knows how to pair things well. So
Oh.
he
Even
paired
though Troy said
all
Michael
of
Williams
ours.
won and got him very excited and then disappointed moments later. So it was
Oh,
Yeah.
he did
Well, he totally slow rolled it. It
Steve
was
Harvey.
awesome.
I did a Steve Harvey move.
Yeah.
Yep. I couldn't read my own writing.
It happens. It happens. Whiskey Mutant looks like Michael Williams. I get that.
I just got too excited.
Natalie Dixon is not gonna get a goddamn Ben Affleck tattoo.
Who's
Like,
to say he
that's not
doesn't
gonna-
already
that's not
have
gonna be a
that?
thing.
He
I've
might.
never seen him shirtless.
I tell you what, Natalie's a little frisky tonight. Jason's got to go.
He's a little fired up.
I got kids in the house now. I can't.
Once you get the kids to bed, you know.
It doesn't make it any less awkward that they're 30.
Yeah. Hey, man. Listen.
Yes.
So that was just the tip was the new Dixon Deadman move, Troy.
Yeah, that's what I had. Yep.
So I'll go just the tip. 2 things, both media related. One, so I'm a little bit late to the game when it comes to the band, the Black Pumas, but like they are a must download. So they're from Austin, Texas. They're kind of a wild kind of funk R&B psychedelic thing. So kind of like if you took equal parts like old school Otis Redding and then also CeeLo Brown and like smashed it together. They're like that. So it's like you get the I'm in a Quentin Tarantino movie move, and then also it's baby making music. So like it is there's a lot going on there. So Black Pumas is a full blast download. Yeah, exactly. And then your other just the tip is so that Netflix has a new so Mike Myers is like an interesting dude, right? Like Wayne's World is very close to my heart, Saturday Night Live, all that stuff. But he has a new Netflix series out called The Pentaveret, and it is hot shit garbage. Like, do not watch that. Do not waste your time.
See, I have friends that like it.
I tried.
Yeah.
It's so terrible.
It
Like
was
it is so terrible. My just the tip is find literally anything else to watch on Netflix. I don't care if you're watching like Korean subtitled like reality shows. That's probably a better use of time than the new Mike Myers bit. Like it's really, really bad.
I was going to write it down, but I'm not going to bother writing that one down.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yep.
don't write that one down. It's not great.
Even for the Canadian.
Yeah.
I think Canada's probably disowning him at this point.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Perry's here.
Hey,
What's up,
Barry.
Barry?
What's going on, Perry?
Good luck with your event this weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all the best
yes.
to that. That's we wish we could be there.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
been fun, Eric. And anybody else with just a tip? Jared, Will,
You have something?
do you have a just a tip?
Yeah, just the tips. Any random.
Put peanut butter on both sides of the bread when making peanut butter and jelly sandwich so the jelly
Oh.
doesn't sink through. There you go.
That's
Oh,
not
like
a
on
tip.
each-
That's a
on each-
life hack.
Each slice,
There you
you're
go.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Put them on both
Um,
sides and then put jelly on the one. And then the the jelly won't soak through the bread.
That's a pro move. I like it.
I might try that immediately after the show.
Patty might enjoy the sandwich you make her later.
Oh yeah, I got to take her a sandwich. Wouldn't that be something?
So
You
for,
haven't yet?
Well, I've been feeding her. I just leave her food outside of her locked door, and then I don't know if you heard. Well, Patty's had COVID this week, so she's been in
Oh
quarantine. all week.
no!
Yeah.
You're like, I got that over with a while ago.
You got
Do you
to.
have one of
I
those
dare
plague
you.
doctor masks? You know, the one that looks like a weird bird with the with the weird goggles.
Please,
you
Troy.
know,
Straight out of the
Make a
Black
PB
Plague.
and J. Roll it out with a rolling pin as flat as you can get it. Put it in wax paper and slide it under the door. Come on.
there you go.
That'll
So
work.
format.
Yeah, all this shit's coming back to you after she gets better. Just so you know.
Yeah.
I have y'all seen that the professional wrestler Cody Rhodes, son
Yes.
of Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, he is shooting a reality series about like Dusty bourbon hunting.
Really?
Yeah. So
Cool.
that's just the tip is that
Wow.
be on the lookout for that. He's been posting stuff on Instagram about it. And yeah, he's doing some sort of, I don't know if it's like a pilot or it's going to be a full series. But yeah, he's been filming that. So I'm quite interested in how that shakes out.
That's fascinating. So,
That'd be neat.
like, in addition to his return to WWE, where he's claiming to want to win the title that Dusty got taken away in Madison Square Garden back in the day, like, which is pretty wild. But like, they've had that like a reality television show when he was with AEW. That would be fascinating. Like his transition over to kind of like actual television star is pretty wild. Son of a plumber, right? So
Right.
like I've dined with kings and queens, and I've eaten in alleys with pork and beans. Like that's
and the brother of Goldust,
yeah.
which was arguably the most progressive character on television in its day.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. I feel like half the country's living the hard times promo from Dusty Rhodes. So it all works. This is all pro wrestling stuff. That's cool. I didn't know he was a bourbon guy. That's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Yeah. So we'll see how it is.
Cool. Are you a little jealous that you're not the executive producer of that show? It feels like
You
there's
know.
a role there for you.
Yeah, I know. I feel like that was my my calling, but
Yeah, that checks a lot of will boxes.
I've worked with enough divas. I'll just say that.
Ooh, hey now. All right then.
Awesome. So check that. Look, where is it going to be?
I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
he's been posting about it on his Instagram. So there's probably, if I took the time to read like the captions, but there's that, I think it's called Revival, that Dusty bar somewhere in Kentucky. Have y'all seen that?
No.
There's like a bar and it's not in like Lexington. It's like outside of somewhere. I'm doing a great job with all the knowledge that I'm giving, but there's a bar. I bet Perry could be telling me exactly which it is because he would know, he and Eric. But I think it's called Revival or something. But it's like a Dusty bar and bottle shop, and
Cool.
they he's been doing stuff with them for the show. So that's
Covington.
Covington. Yep, that's correct. Is it
Cool.
called Revival?
Please hold.
Troy's Googling.
No, I'm just reading the reply.
Ooh, E. Smith has some inside info on this.
Yeah, that might
Oh.
be.
He has
Like,
just a tip.
Are we gonna have to start bringing in special correspondents on the show all the time? Like,
Yeah.
I like this idea.
I'm here at Dusty's bar.
Breaking news. Please hold. All right, we now go live.
I
like
love it. Well, Jason, do you have a just a tip? I think I
No.
skipped you. No, and I'm
I already
passing
did
this
the
week.
tardy McFruit face.
That's true.
My only other one is to get yourself some art like this.
Oh
Oh,
my
isn't it?
gosh!
I know.
Look at that.
Oh, look at you. Yes.
That is beautiful.
That looks happy there.
That's perfect.
It is happy there.
Yeah. And if you haven't checked Corey's Instagram lately, he's been throwing some beautiful paintings up.
Yes.
I'm
So,
kind of in a little bit of a painting groove right now. Like
Yeah.
I feel pretty good right now with some of the stuff that's showing up. So
I love
And
it.
for just 3 easy installments of $500, you could have your own copy as well.
listen, like if people want to throw around that kind of money, I'll paint a lot of stuff. Like,
I've seen worse for sale on the walls of cafes and stuff. So
yeah.
for twice that.
All right. So also the other new one's the new Zach Bryan record, which is fantastic Americana country if you're into that kind of stuff. With 4th of July on the way, Ian. So can I play the trailer? Do we have time for that?
I think we should finish on the trailer.
All right. So we'll finish on the trailer. So my good friend Cale Hoopy and I teamed up 2 years ago, or not 2 years ago, because that would have been 2019, to we put helmet cams on folks and put GoPros all over the place inside the fence, like inside the perimeter of where the fireworks are shot in Wamego for BOOMTOWN. And we actually made a multi-cam documentary of what it looks like inside the fence. So that's going to show, if you come to Wamego, Kansas, as crazy as that sounds, to watch it. But it gives you a little bit of an idea of what it looks like when the pyro crew shoots the show, which is pretty crazy. So we made a trailer for the hometown fans that are going to come see it, but I'd love to show it to everybody. So does that work for the going away present?
Yeah, let's do it.
Nice.
All right. So here's the trailer for BOOMTOWN Behind the Fence. Oh yeah. So you just have to
Amazing.
come see it.
That's going to be awesome. Well, everybody, thanks for hanging out. Jared, it's great to meet you. We're going to see you again, I'm sure. Jump in whenever you can. Troy, check out Flannel Panel streams at Instagram. He's going to be showing you some Crunchwrap Supremes on his grill and
Yes.
firing that up.
Yeah.
Corey at CD Reeves on Instagram, painting and just beautiful stuff, as well as B104. Is it
B1047.com for the morning.
B1047.com for some country. Jason, the world in my glass. You've been posting a bit more too. That's been awesome. And until next week, stay buttoned up.
Yeah.
Cheers, everyone.
Black Puma.